Hey guys, how you doing? This is Brother Bill, and I am out here underneath the pole barn, and you are looking at one of those mullien plants, if I'm pronouncing that right. But anyway, I've used it before. I haven't done a video about it, but this popped up a month or so ago, actually probably 2 months ago, and noticed it, so I'll be keeping an eye on it. But we're going to use this, several uses of this plant, and it's nothing new. You've probably already seen it on the YouTube. But I've used it, and it's helped some folks as well over the last couple of years with their lung and breathing problems. So we're going to look at it, and I do have a dehydrator. We're probably going to make a tea out of this. But I've also got something else that's pretty neat, and it's on the other side of the garden. And I'll go over there and show you what this is all about. I haven't seen this particular plant on YouTube. I guess if you pulled it up, you probably would see it. But it's also got some pretty good benefits to it as well. And anyway, let me get you over there and we'll take a look at that as well. All right then, be right back. All right guys, I'm back, and what you are looking at is watercress. I want you to look at this. It's gorgeous, huge, but you don't see much about watercress on the YouTube. So we're going to look at this as well. I've been using it for years, just feeding the rabbits and chickens. They love it. And but there's also kind of some pretty cool benefits to this stuff as well. And we're going to take a look at this. We're going to cut some of it down and see what we can use from it. But anyway, it's blooming. I need to get this stuff down and get this thing cut up and stored away best I can. But anyway, I thought y'all ought to take a look at that. Again, this is watercress, and it's growing actually. If you'll look right up through that way, up through here is a ridge, small ridge, and there's a spring that's coming off of there. And as you can see, the water right there running, and this spring runs in to our creek. You can see that pipe right over there, and that runs into the channel of the creek. And there's all kinds of night crawlers in here. There's not night crawlers, but crawdads and minnows, and there's a lot of life. There's another water source here where we live, and you can see all kinds of every kind of critter there is. You'll see footprints down through here. So it's a pretty cool little place to hang out, and it's in the shade too, as you can see right there. Kind of keeps the heat off of you as well. All right. Well, let's see what we can do with this stuff, and I'll be back with you. All right then. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Brother Bill, and I'm at my dehydrator that I used. This is a small one. It's a 5-tray dehydrator, and I took those mullein leaves and put them in there. And after about 2 days, it dried them out, and I did 2 runs on the leaves that I picked, and I was able to almost fill up this 1-gallon bag. And what I did is I just took the leaves, put them in the bag, make sure they're completely dry, and I crumbled them up in the bag, and then sealed it up from there, and then I've labeled it with mullien. That's the pronunciation of it, is mullien, not mullien like I was saying. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, so I'm going to use that as a tea. I will make it with my coffee pot. I'll just make it like I'm making coffee. I'll just put it in the filter and run the water through. Typically I run it through twice, that water, to get as much out of it as I can. I have given this to some ladies and a gentleman at church last year, and it helped them. As a matter of fact, the guy, it completely took care of his cough and lung issue. I'm not saying it healed him, but I am saying that he's not coughing last year, and he had a better effect. It had a better effect on him than it did the other 2 ladies, but it did help them as well. So I'm a believer in it. It helped me with a lung infection. I think I almost got an infection, but anyway, I started drinking that, and that was self-diagnosis on my lung infection. I didn't go to a doctor, but anyway, I was having problems with some phlegm and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, I started drinking the tea. I added a little bit of honey to mine and a little bit of lemon juice just for flavor. Not that this tastes bad. It doesn't have a bad flavor, but I drank it as a tea, and it helped me as well. But anyway, there's ours. That should do us for a while. I am going to give some of this away, and I'm just going to let that plant continue to grow and see how big it can get, and continue to harvest the leaves off of it. That plant I think is actually in its first year of growth, so it will grow another year. Mullien plant only, I think, grows for 2 years. In the second year, it produces a shoot that comes right up the middle, and then it will have yellowing flowers, and there you can gather the seeds, which I did a couple years ago on another plant, and I still have those seeds. So anyway, that's the mullien plant. We'll go again and look at the watercress real quick, and we'll close this video out. All right then. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm on the other side of this spring, looking at this watercress. As you can see right there, she is. But anyway, on the other side, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I've been harvesting this watercress, and I've been chopping it up and putting it in some Ziploc bags and keep it in the refrigerator. And I ate it every single day last week in my salad, and it's delicious. It's just got so many benefits to it, but that's how I've been eating it. It tastes, it does got a bit of a bite to it, a peppery kind of a flavor. Almost like a mustard green, but just not as strong as a mustard green. But it's really good. It's really good just chopping it up and putting it in your salad. And I'm sure there's other ways you can use it. But I was just going to go over it, just some of the benefits to this stuff. I haven't heard much of the watercress on YouTube, but I remember as a kid going to collect this stuff in the springs and stuff like that out in the country, and bringing that in for my mamaw and my aunt and stuff like that. But anyway, I remember that as a kid, but again, you just don't hear much about it on the YouTube. But they consider this, it's called a powerhouse vegetable. And I'm just going to read over a couple things that it talks about. It's considered an extreme nutrient-dense vegetable because it's packed with vitamin K and vitamin C and vitamin A. It also supports bone health, or immune function, vision. It's very low in calories, but it's high in antioxidants. And it can help lower blood pressure because it contains nitrates to help improve the blood vessel flexibility. And as we get older, you know, we're going to need a little bit of those things to help us along. But like I said, I've been eating it. I haven't been eating it for my health. I've been eating it because it tastes good. And again, I've been eating it with my salad. Just chopping it up with, I grow spinach, so I eat raw spinach in my salad, some mixed greens, and I put this watercress in there, all equal parts, and with a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese and a little bit of ranch dressing. And I don't mean pour the ranch dressing on, I just mean a little bit of drizzle, just to give it a little moisture to it. And that's my salad. But it is delicious. And this is watercress again, and we're just going to look around. You can see out through there, there's no telling what we're going to be able to find on this back piece of this property here. I kind of bush hog this stuff down right here, but I'm going to let this grow to kind of bring in the deer a little bit closer to the house, because I've noticed they only come so far, so I'm going to let this grow up a little bit more so they're not so shy to get a little bit closer to the house, because we may try to get us one when the season opens, and I just kind of track their patterns and to help me do that. But anyway, there it is. That's the watercress, and we did the mullien, and we're already using that. But I hope everybody is well. Thought that would be interesting to look at and talk a little bit about it. But anyway, I'm not an expert on it. Just tell you what I did with it. It's still here. We had a rain yesterday, so this little spring is up. So I'm not going to be able to get out there in it today, but we'll get some either tomorrow or the day after, and continue harvesting this stuff in. And again, it's great for the chickens and the rabbits. They love it. And y'all can hear an ambulance in the background. And Daisy, my dog. Daisy, what's going on? What's going on? Get it, girl. Get him. It's an ambulance. Oh, get him, girl. She don't like that ambulance. But anyway, hope y'all are doing well. Y'all take care.